I also had another nurse come in to take blood. They did a full blood analysis while I was, this is within 2 hours, guys. I had a full urinalysis and a full blood analysis while I was there within that 2 hour window. And I'm talking, I walked through the front doors at 7 p.m. So this is how quickly it went. And I was literally, as Akua said, her mom, by the way, is a nurse, and it was through her mom that we took this avenue, because I didn't know really what I should do, where I could, expect to get taken care of. Because we talked to a few different places earlier, and without a legal name, they wouldn't touch you. So I said, okay, fine. Well, I know an emergency ward, they have to deal with the issue. So this is what happened on Sunday. So anyone that has any fear of being taken care of because they don't have a legal name, well, I assure you quite the opposite occurred. Because Akua's mom, who is a registered nurse working within the system as a nurse professionally, got the royal runaround because she ended up the same night getting a mild concussion and waited for hours. And this is a nurse, boys and girls, working, in the hospital, and she couldn't even get remotely close to the same level of care and service that I got. I was treated like beyond royalty.
The thing that's sorry, Kate. The thing that's coming into my head now, I've never been America, Canada. The sort of thought that I'm getting at the moment, through what I've seen so far, when you go to these places, they're wanting all sorts of insurance certificates or the rest of it, or that kind of thing. How did that transpire to pay for the services?
Well, that's not my concern. You see, this is the thing. Now, here, let me grab the paperwork. Okay, because it was all done for their legal name, Jane Doe. And by the way, the birth date of Jane Doe is 1st of January in the year 1900, age 114 years. I've got it right here.
Love it. Excellent.
So I don't know about you. And what is it? Oh, let me see. Address, unknown. A PT class, non-insured. Again, you see, this is what I'm trying to get across to people that are caught in the illusion of thinking they need permission to get taken care of. And it is so, I'm telling you, the experience that I had, I will never have any reservations or concern about walking into any of these places and expect nothing but that kind of service and how they take care of it. Remember this, guys, this is our world. We're the creators here. So what the hell makes you think you have to pay for anything? If everyone is taken care of, who the hell needs money?
Yep.
And that's the illusion that people are living under. And all money is created through the legal name birth certificate, which is a soul contract. It is a debt placed upon your literal soul at birth. And if you accept and use the legal name, then you assume and presume the debt that was created, let's say typically $1 million or £500,000. And that document that gets created says to the International Monetary Fund that they can print another £500,000 to put into the system because it's based on your soul and the amount of debt that you are going to, or taxes or whatever that you are expected to pay throughout your lifetime. I mean, these bonds are all graded. Somebody that, say, is born in the Bronx, in a very poor family will not have the same bond rating or bond value as someone born into a Yale family, if you will.
The way I've tried to put that across to folk is with the qualifications. See, like going through school, college, university, all the rest of it, all the bits of paper that you pick up that makes you to let them get the value on you to see how much you're going to be available into the system. Like getting a university degree, that makes you worth a wee bit more, etc.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's typical bond rating, and I've actually got a copy from Missouri, the actual bond rating system documents that a mother is filling out. They ask her questions like, "Are you white? Are you Hispanic? Are you black? Do you have any children? Do they all have the same father?" They go through all of these pro ratings to check you off to see what your bond, let's just say someone that's born into a poor family is not as likely to pay as much in taxes throughout their life because they're going to be in poverty. So their bond rating is lower, so they can only create a smaller amount of money through that bond, through the debt on your soul, as compared to someone that's born into a multi-million-dollar family where their bond, instead of say $50,000 for the poverty one, is worth, 10 or $20 million. So the richer you are in this world, the more your soul is costing you. Isn't that funny? The meek shall inherit the earth.
Yep. You don't need it. This money thing, it's valueless anyway. It's got no intrinsic value in it.
Well, again,
paper.
The tool of money and what people are doing is those that are chasing after money to get wealth and just to do it for that. What they're saying is, I'm okay with vampiring and parasiting the rest of humanity's souls. When you change your mind on that and you decide to take that same money, good and evil, it has to be both, and start using it for benevolent reasons to help others, to transmute that death energy into life. Now you're playing on the other side, and every dollar or pound or whatever currency you're using that you have passed through your hands is now transmuted, and every piece of money that it comes into contact, or any hand that it comes into contact with, is transmuted as well. You become the literal Trojan horse virus in the system with your truth. And this truth is just got a video link today from an individual that is part of, I've seen the name around, but not as part of our particular circle, if you will. But here's an individual that had done a YouTube video listing probably a dozen or more documents from my website, cateofgaia.wordpress.com. And this individual is talking about, we need to get this to the Tea Party people, the anonymous people, the patriots, and all of this. They need to understand how they're being screwed. And this is the first time I've been watching and waiting for this moment. This is the first time I've seen the alternative media all by itself take it upon itself to go, well, holy shit, there's something to this. The seed is planted. This game is over. And the longer you want to use a legal name, the longer you're saying that the whore of Babylon commerce is just peachy with you, and that the mark of the beast, called the legal name, is okay as well. I can't make that choice for you. That's yours. I chose not to be that. And as a net result, every time I confront the system, regardless, I go back to March 14th when I ran off 3 cops and a tow truck, live on air. Okay? Because I don't have a legal name, nor will I surrender any concept or assumption or presumption thereof. I had an individual today, for example, decide to type me and wrote Keith. That's an old name. I don't answer to that because of the assumption and presumption. Well, I did answer the text and whatever, but this individual took it upon themselves to say, well, then that means you can't say you will answer to anything. Well, I did answer to it. It's called common courtesy. How about I just call you asshole from now on? Maybe you'll answer to that. So for me, it's just common courtesy. I don't confuse the issues. I have a chosen name, and actually the name that I have chosen for me, I will never utter. It's within me. It will never be spoken. A reference to find me is Kate of Gaia, or Kate, or Keith, or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But the point that this individual was trying to make was strictly from an egotistical testing ground that I just don't play in. It's just whimsical nonsense, fantasy-filled illusion of still needing somehow to make me wrong. Knock yourself the fuck out. Seriously, have fun with that. Because here's the truth of the matter. Like a mosquito getting swatted for vampiring your blood, I just block people. Because I don't want to play in these illusional little dramas that you want to get caught up in. These little judgmental games that you want to play. I don't play that. So if you ever get blocked by me, that's why. I just don't have time for idiots. I don't have time for people that are still looking for a reason to debate or pick fights or pick and make wrong and judge and all the rest of it. That is Luciferian. You can stay in your fucking Luciferian little nightmare. But, not my circus, not my monkeys. I send the circus packing down the road. And I take no part of it.